Stay tuned for this important tip.
From our garden to yours. I had good luck with my garden this year, but I'm in Tom's garden today and I want to see if he has some good ideas that I can steal. So let's see what he's doing.
Celeste!
Surprise!
Surprise!
A surprise visit.
You've been into my cabbage patch already.
I did, and this is a beauty.
Isn't that a heavy one?
I see some coleslaw or sauerkraut in the future.
That's called early surprise. New variety. I hadn't grown it before.
Well, surprise, I picked it. It's an early surprise.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, I'm here today to look at your garden because I'm hoping you'll have some ideas for mine. I had pretty good luck this year, but my garden looks nothing like this. This is unbelievable.
Well, it takes a little time. You know, it's not something you can just put in the ground and throw the seeds in the way they grow. So it does take time, and we want people to know that. But if you can give a little time every few days, then you're gonna have a garden just like this one here. Right now we have a transition garden. You know, gardens are always in transition. One crop's going out, another one's coming in. I'm gonna hold the cabbage.
Okay.
I want you to pull an onion.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And these
put the cabbage
onions,
right
what kind
down
of
here.
onions are these?
That's Gran X.
I'm gonna pull the biggest
Yeah,
one I can find.
I want to see you pull it.
Ah, oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah,
That looks good enough to eat.
Yeah, this onion's been
man,
growing
smells
now
good.
for about 180 days.
Huh.
Our onions in Florida, what we call short day onions, they're started during the fall, they grow through the winter, and in the springtime they start to do this. And so what we'll do is let the tops finally fall back, give them a little more time. You can see they're starting to decline right now.
Yeah,
And then we'll harvest the onions, put them in storage, and hey, we'll have onions for about 6 months.
Oh
Kinda
my
good.
gosh. Well,
Gran
this
X
one
is the variety.
smells so good.
I know. Let me pull one of these other crops over here for you, okay? And let's see. We'll just go with this little small one on the end here. Isn't that nice? A beet. Wow.
Now, do you eat the greens too?
You know, sometimes we'll do, it tastes like spinach, but these here have had a few insects as the crop is starting to wind down right now. The interesting thing about beets is either you love them or you don't. You know, that's a situation. So we love them, and we grow, Detroit Dark Red is one of the better varieties that we found, just grows right along without any problems. But you know, it's just a matter of keeping the garden going. Here's the bean crop.
The beans,
coming
so
in
they're
over
just
here.
coming in now because they're all
Yes.
in bloom, and I don't see any little beans on them yet.
Not quite yet, maybe way down there, but they're going to do fine. They're going to keep growing.
Now, those are
of
from
course.
seed.
Everything here is from seed. The onion seed was starting to flat, transplanted in. The beet seed was sown directly in the ground, and so was the bean seed. Yeah, but I've got some things down here I want to show you in
Oh,
another
good.
part of the garden.
Let me take a look. Tom, I just can't believe how great this all is. Tell me a little bit about the plants here.
Yeah, it's kind of crowded here actually, but right in front of us are cucumbers. We love cucumbers. We have a salad almost every night,
All
and
in
you know
flower.
they're 2 for $1.49 in the stores right at the moment. They'll come down some, I'm sure. In the back of you happens to be squash with the big leaves. We have been eating squash already, and we just love them. They get to be such big plants. There's actually spaces between all these
I
rows
see.
here.
And then over here you have peppers.
Peppers, my favorite peppers, and let me show you how I start the peppers. I start almost everything from seed ahead of time, and this is one. These seedlings here are about 6 weeks old. It takes about 6 weeks to get a good pepper, and then they're put in the ground, pepper plant, then they're put in the ground, and here's what I think is a secret to Celeste. Stake them, trellis them, do something to them. Otherwise, peppers get so heavy. I mean, the peppers can get very
Is
big.
that trellis going to be big enough?
This will be big enough for peppers,
Okay.
but not for tomatoes. Oftentimes
Okay.
we sell these trellises here for tomatoes, and it just doesn't work out very well.
Let's talk a little bit about tomatoes.
Yeah, we've got our tomato plants right up here, and I definitely trellis tomatoes, no doubt about it. And you can see this is concrete reinforcement wire. It's 2 lengths of it together here, because this tomato plant, this is, I think this is Juliet, and she will grow all the way to the top. I'll need a ladder to pick them off in the end, which is kind of amazing.
A lot of
You see,
tomatoes,
they're flowering very well, and they're little tomatoes further down, but trellising is part of the secret if you want to have
We
something
probably
like that.
have just enough time for fertilizer.
Okay, just
Tell me
any
about
general
it.
garden fertilizer. I like to use something that has a little slow release qualities, and I'll just toss it lightly around the plants about every 3 to 4 weeks. That's part of the secret to the garden, keeping the ground fertile, keeping the ground moist also. And here's something else you have to do. Pull a few
Always have
weeds
to
every
pull a
once
few weeds, and there's not very many weeds in this garden, so I'm guessing you're pulling quite a few.
Probably. And we use a mulch, and you can see down here old hay, but I've also been picking up a lot of leaves, and over on the other plantings right across the way there's plenty of leaves on the ground there too.
Well,
Not
Tom,
too thick on the leaves.
Tom, I want to thank you for giving me some ideas about how you manage your vegetable garden.
Hope you can put them to use.
I hope so. I got a few good ideas from Tom today. I hope you have some that you can use in your vegetable